Welcome back, and thanks for joining for the next episode of Blue Ridge Survivor. We left off with the Black Bears losing the first immunity challenge of the season, so we'll pick back up there and see who will be the first player voted out. Also, just again, sorry about any chainsaw sounds and any of the audio. We are literally in the middle of the woods, but there is someone there just hacking away with their chainsaw not too far away. It is not relevant for most of the footage, but for the first couple episodes it will be, so just sorry about any chainsaw sounds that you may hear. We'll say the times were times. One tribe finished 9 minutes faster than the other. The tribe that won the first tribal immunity challenge of the season is the Cardinals.
It's only one loss. It's plenty of games left. Plenty of game
We
left.
had to lose one because Logan said one tribe couldn't win them all. So we got ours out of the way.
Exactly. It's better to lose first than last.
Yeah.
Pretty good, man. I thought, everyone did pretty well. We did hung up on the technique portion of the challenge, but unfortunately, someone has to go. I do feel like the weakest link would possibly be Tanisha, mainly because when it was her turn to do the technique aspect, she only had one ball in while Bryce had 7. And maybe she's better at other challenges. Maybe that just wasn't her forte, but that definitely was a big portion of why we were about 9 minutes behind. But someone has to go, unfortunately. Hopefully it's not me.
We lost the first challenge. We're trying to... Who can come up with any way to get rid of someone after nothing? But night 0 last night was very important. The game didn't start this morning. It didn't even start last night when we did the turning the things over and matching them. It started the moment that you had another human being with you playing in this game. And last night, I was making every effort to try and talk to as many people as possible. And what we noticed is it's not like Don is actively against us, and he does seem like a team player, but even when we're up there again today, he's not participating in the discourse and the strategy and everything.
So my thing is we've done pretty well as far as the physical and the puzzle aspect of things. We kind of slowed down the technique. And one thing I noticed was Tanisha. Unfortunately, she was the only one that got one ball in. Bryce didn't work. So I feel like if we didn't have that pickup in the middle, we wouldn't finish 9 minutes behind.
And I'm in agreement with that and completely fine with that too.
Okay, well, that's my fault. It's Tanisha, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm 100% down with that.
Okay.
I guess, are they all just sitting at the table in there?
I think so. Yeah, they're just colluding.
It wasn't something that was I thought if we lose, it's gonna be by 10 minutes. I thought it was gonna be it'll
Seconds.
be 2, maybe 3.
But 9 minutes?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel like there's some things that they know is going on, what's going on, and how they should process it. So I can only hope that they understand that, unfortunately, Tanisha might be the biggest one.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm definitely concerned. And then I also noticed there were several times when she dropped, she didn't even pay attention to where Bryce was.
Yeah. And then Bryce would drop his.
Yeah.
Because kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much strategy being held in those situations.
Right.
You need strategy to win. I'm not trying to lose this.
Same. Yeah, if we're looking at who has contributed even like strategy-wise when we were upstairs reading, because most of us were talking about, okay,
Yeah.
strengths, weaknesses, how are we going to potentially
And
split?
it's like, you were very forthcoming, Jimmy, I noticed that.
Yeah.
I was kind of glad that came out early. It's
Yep.
because, like,
Yeah,
that's
well,
how we build trust.
and I wanted that to be out there because I also wanted you guys like to know that I prefer to work with people that I've never met before. I mean, that's the point of the game.
Yeah.
To, like, meet new people, have a new experience. And so that's why I wanted, like, it was out there
Yeah.
that I knew the two, like, you know.
Yeah, and I just don't feel like I don't think he's gonna really help us much in the long, like with the social game.
You know what I didn't
Right.
even think about until now is we're getting Jamie, who's
Yeah.
like basically good at everything.
Like Don is just sticking to himself, and like right now, this is a team game.
Yeah.
We need to be a team. You need to contribute. You need to give thoughts and opinions. You can't just sit there
Right.
and twiddle your thumbs right now.
Right.
Like this is the first game.
Yeah.
We have this whole weekend where we're competing against and with each other. Bonds being created right now is like one of the most important things.
Absolutely.
And that's gonna help figure out who's gonna get us to the long run. And I just I really think
Yeah.
in the long run, I don't think that he's in it, but he's not in it for us.
Yeah.
Like just himself.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
But also like, right now,
That's not the look.
right. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna talk with Zoe, Bryce, and Andy then, because I haven't talked to them yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean,
It seems a
Yeah,
pretty big
as I said,
and
like-
right now is not the time for us to freaking pull any backstabbing nonsense.
true.
No.
We
True.
can do that later in the game.
Yes, true.
But right now, like we gotta, if we're saying something, we gotta
Yeah.
stick with it.
Exactly.
But I feel like everybody's pretty unanimous on the same page.
Yeah.
So we have a problem with our tribe. There's a dissonance between both Tanisha and Dawn. It seems like most of the split is on Dawn, however. He hasn't been very much of a team player or anything, and Tanisha only really messed up on the middle game, which was really difficult. I had to do it super hard, so I can totally understand. But Dawn he hasn't been talking to us as a team, and that's huge right now because we're all bonded. We're all having conversations. He's the only one who, whenever everybody sits down and talks, nobody talks to him. So.
What's the problem?
I don't have time for all this. Me?
Who?
Why?
Alright, well now it's like if we didn't have enough reason already.
What's his reasoning?
Because you took too long on the middle thing.
Yeah, because you only got one ball.
Excuse me, I got like 2 or 3. I got 2.
Yeah, two.
Calm down.
Yeah.
And that was really hard.
Yeah, no, that was
So why is that?
fucking
Is that the
impossible.
problem?
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's just him.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like nobody else is directly agreeing with him.
Yeah. Well, and I did right at the beginning because he was the only person that I spoke to.
Correct.
But, like I told you guys, me and anybody talked about the fucking time. Right. So, obviously, I have to talk to anybody but him. When it comes out, to be fine.
But like I will understand because I do feel like super like I only did 2 out of 8 balls. Like I get it. Like I really was trying.
Well, yeah, it was obvious.
Like
Who knows how long it would have took if you did?
Right. I mean, like,
Respect to
honestly.
Bryce, like everyone had
No,
to
you,
fight.
and you guys were both moving to get over there.
I
Like,
really
Yeah.
was trying.
you know what? You could be like, that sounds like a plan.
Okay, without like hard commitments.
Because it is a plan. It's his plan.
Yeah.
You're just not necessarily saying that it's yours. Yeah. Because then that way you did line. You just agreed that it sounded like a plan. I think it's
That's good. That's good.
unfair. I'm hearing Dawn. Because he's not talking to people. So, and Dawn is my out to Misha.
It's such a hard choice.
I know. And I'm like, on one hand, I'm like, I don't think anyone really did horribly at the challenge.
Agreed.
But I'm also
Right.
I want to pick something that's relevant to what we're doing.
So that's what they do on like TV. I don't want to be like that, but I mean, that's.
I'm over here like I hate this, and I'm like, I came here voluntarily.
More when we were just out here with him because like it just felt like nobody wants to talk to the guy.
It was
Like, I went inside to see if he's going to talk to you about his thoughts.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I was like, I'm going to give him
It was completely silent. He didn't say a word. I walked away.
You know what it is? It's like people think this game is all about strategy and big braining it, but it's actually way more vibes based than
It's more of a social game than it is a fucking physical game.
Yeah.
Because if you're not building relationships, why would anyone want to keep you? Like, you're just a freaking wet noodle.
Or you don't come up with ideas.
Because I did only get 2 out of 8 balls. 1 4. But also, like, I would fight for myself. 100%.
I think that you have a better social acumen in this part.
I also feel like you have some of the most tribe spirit, like, so far in the
Yeah.
limited time that
Go
we've been
rah
together.
rah. And like, I'm a loyal person. Like, if I stuck to who my alliance was when I last played, I stuck to it to the very end when it was a fucking free for all. Like, if I say that I'm with you, I am with you. I don't care, even if that means I have to get out to protect somebody, I'm gonna fucking do it. Like, as much as I want to win the money, I want somebody on our team to win.
Yeah.
And I feel like that person should be somebody who's going to contribute, who's going to come with ideas, who's going to fucking speak to us.
We gotta have a rock on which to build our church. You know?
And it's like, his only reason is that I got 1/4 of the balls, but what else? What other reason do you have to get rid of me?
That's the thing. That's what I said. I mean,
We all hate fucking losing.
Yeah.
I still think
It's a part of the damn game.
Like, 9 minutes? Where did the fuck those 9 minutes fucking go? I'm still upset. I hate losing. Like, it drives me bonkers. So it just means the next challenge,
Try harder.
try harder. Do better.
Strategize more.
But-
Talk more. We need to talk more.
I really never thought about that, but if all you're going off of is the challenge performance, then do you even have like a read on the situation socially? No,
Right.
because you haven't inserted yourself.
Because
into it.
you're more focused on the actual challenges.
And if we're going off of that, he literally just went ahead right away and jumped over and didn't even try to offer any more assistance
Right.
with you guys.
Yeah.
You and Zoe communicated with him to figure out how to work it. Like, he could have still stayed on the pillars thingies
And pulled
and
more.
pulled more.
I came over here to be like away from everybody with my puff, but like I realize I'm, magnetizing.
Yeah, everyone's like, let's talk to Stacy. Stacy. Everyone's had their individual Stacy meeting. Like, natural leader, look at you go.
I just talk a lot.
Water bottle.
Okay.
Decide to do one thing. That's what's happening.
Okay.
Because when we decide to do Tanisha, Dawn's gonna do Tanisha, and that's 4. If I decide to do Dawn, then Dawn.
It's such a hard choice for me because like one's like social and one's like actual gameplay, and I feel like I gotta decide for myself what I think's more.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for whatever.
Literally me too. I'm not just like anyway.
Our names aren't out there, so.
It's like my name was out there. I'd be puking on this portrait.
Right. You okay?
I'm great. I feel good. I'm ready for challenge 2. Or whatever challenge.
I know. And then we get Jamie. Jamie.
They're really good at the game. Okay. Cool. Hopefully I'm not eliminated.
But yeah, I feel like Jamie will be an asset coming in.
From what we could see, it looked like it was tough at the end. Like it looked like most of the struggle was at the end.
Yeah.
I don't think that's because of you two.
It's because of our brains suddenly becoming like glass of milk tipping over. Like,
Yeah.
what do we do now?
Like, if he would have stayed, like, if he could have just stood there.
And
And handed.
like you guys just hand him the ones that are in the back, and then you all move forward at the same time.
That could have been a game. That could have knocked out some time.
Yeah. Because it wouldn't have been 2 people doing it; it would have been 3.
And you know what though? Like the more we talk with each other outside of these challenges, the better we're gonna be in the challenges because people are going to be more likely to speak up with good ideas like that in the beginning.
He's not willing to talk to anybody. Like, I know he's talking about me, but I was right there. He could have said something.
Yeah.
I know I could have also said something, but I'm a little salty right now. But like, he could have said anything to Bryce when I walked away. If he really wanted to get more people on his side and to make his point a little bit more clear, I walked away for a reason. I really didn't have to pee. Something trickled out.
That's the name of the episode.
I would die.
Something trickled out.
I would die if Logan did that.
And that's the end.
I got that last scene.
Yeah. Does anyone know how much time we have?
We have
Like 5
3
minutes.
minutes.
Or yeah, 3.
Does anyone want to talk like with me who hasn't gotten a chance or whatever in a group or alone?
No.
That was
Well, I guess I'll go fuck myself. After you ate that banana upside down,
I'm open to whatever.
With the first vote looming, it was about to rain on someone's day. These eggs will serve as their torches for this season. Each player designed and decorated their own on night 0. As you can see, your eggs are all here. As part of the ritual, once your egg is broken, so is your game. I'm going to ask each of you one question during this tribal council, and feel free to have the floor. If anybody has additional comments, we'll have an opportunity for that as well. At that point, we'll one by one go and vote. I'll ask you questions. Stacy, who's first? Stacy, your tribe lost by 9 minutes. That's quite a decent amount there. Does the performance of the players in this challenge factor into this vote?
Who's to say? I'm just kidding. I think the first vote's always difficult, and you have to look at the future of the tribe and how you're going to move forward as a player with the people on your tribe.
Zane, has there been any talk about idols, or is this affecting your vote at all when this first vote's coming up?
Honestly, not really. Outside of the idea that whoever's going on this little escapade with Jamie, we suspect will have an opportunity. I guess it's Wyatt, and he'll have an opportunity to get something. So that's just something we need to file away, but it's not at the top of our mind right now. And I don't think anyone in this tribe has had time to go find an idol. If they have at it. You know?
Andy, how does knowing Jamie will be joining this tribe after you vote this player out factor into this?
Honestly, it kind of hasn't. I kind of forgot that was about to happen until you just mentioned it. So if that tells you anything about how that's factored into my vote, then I'll let that speak for itself.
Tanisha, you declared and openly struggled with the talent portion that you did. Are you worried that this is going to cause there to be eyes on you during this tribal?
Yeah, honestly, like I feel like I'm not gonna 100% blame the wind, but like 99% of the chance was the wind. But I do think the first challenge is kind of telling as well. But I did try my hardest, and I don't know. I'm mad at myself. That's fine.
Don, what is the most important factor for you when you're trying to determine who you're going to vote out?
Really just composure. You don't want to fall out after you have a couple mistakes. You have to stay to that grind and ultimately finish strong.
Zoe, how confident are you that the person you're about to vote for is the one that's going to lead the game?
Pretty confident.
Bryce, this is the first vote of the game, and to my knowledge, your first vote in general. What are you prioritizing as you're making this decision?
The social aspect of the tribe. I think we have built up something. Most of us have built up something, so I think that's the hugest and the biggest part for me, is having that bond.
Enough. So with that, anybody have anything else they'd like to say? It's going to be time to vote. Xander, you're up first.
The first challenge did not happen this morning. The first challenge was getting to know everybody last night, and there just wasn't enough of an effort.
How cool is this bed? Oh my god. He's just not very into it for the team, so.
I was like, what is this? This isn't really what I wanted to do, but the attraction for Tanisha isn't there, and I think she's the more dangerous player, but it's too early for me to like be doing something funky, so this is what the consensus is. I'm sorry.
Guilty, I don't know how to spell it. I know you're upset. I'm really sorry. I had to go with the game because I couldn't. That's the main thing I'm basing off of.
Oh my gosh, they have the vote out music? That's crazy. I'm voting for you because you have like connected the least with everyone, and it seems that's what everyone wants, so sorry.
I'm sorry.
If anybody has an advantage or an idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Great. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. You'll bring me your egg, and more to say. First vote. Tanisha. Second vote. Dawn. Third vote is Tanisha. Dawn. That's 2 votes Dawn, 2 votes Tanisha. Next vote. Dawn. That's 3 votes Dawn. 2 votes Tanisha. The first person voted out of Blue Ridge Survivor, Dawn. Dawn, please bring me your egg. Dawn. Also, in this instance, may I please have your buff?
It's been real.
Dawn, your tribe has spoken and your egg is broken. But it's not quite time for you to go yet. Go upstairs and join your new tribe. You are now a cardinal.
Alright. It's been real, guys.
Well, what we've just learned is that Don is not quite out of this game yet. He is now a member of the Cardinal tribe. With the first vote over, it's time to check in with Jamie and Wyatt on Exile Island.
Hello, so I'm feeling really good and sexy and still grateful to be here out in Exile even though it's freezing. So I learned that looks like the Bears are going to be losing this. I will be joining them next round and a little apprehensive to that. I think I can make it work regardless, but I think there were some more obvious inroads ahead to the other tribe. So, you know, curious how it's going to work out, but like I think my initial impressions are I'd like to work with Andy and Xander if that's possible and kind of build from that. But I will have anyone who will have me. I will work my way out to this tribe however they want me, right? So that's the goal. I'm still wondering if this choosing myself for Exile was the right thing or was stupid, but you know, I decided I want to take a little bit more risk this game than I usually do. So why not go for something that's a little exciting and edgy? So we'll see how it works out.
have a fun trip, and just enjoy where you're going. It was pretty there.
Might want to ask Jamie how the other tribe did on the challenge.
Sure. And Megan,
We can say whatever we want.
yes,
We do whatever we want.
you can.
Murder is encouraged. Is it not him?
Maybe.
He did promise my tribe I was coming back, so like.
Jamie and Wyatt were whisked away to Exile Island, a lake at the bottom of the mountain, where they would compete in a challenge to see who could stack their tower the highest. The winner would receive a clue to an idol.
I think yours is taller.
Anyone if you want, or you can choose to keep this to yourself. One idol is outside. One idol is upstairs. One idol is buzzing in plain sight.
So, there's sneaky confessional time. So I am playing a little bit harder than I thought that I would be right off the bat. So I did not end up on the tribe that I thought would be the better fit for me, but I think I'm making it work as well as I can. I was able to win the challenge against Wyatt, which he was willing to help me win, so that was nice because I did tell him that I wanted to work with him. I aspire to work with him deep into the game, which is very true. So I had a sense that it would be for an idol or an idol clue, and when I won, I was given the clues to 3 idols. And I did share one with Wyatt. So I do feel a little guilty because I didn't tell Wyatt about the other 2, the clues for them, but it's basically that I have the inside knowledge that there is one idol upstairs and there's one idol outside. And I'm not telling that to anyone right now because I want them spending their time looking all around here.
I get love. Finished going to Exile, and it was pretty fun. So me and Jamie talked all the way there, and we discussed that we really want to work together in the game and like be friendly and all, and like watch each other's backs and stuff. And so when we got there, we figured it was gonna be like some kind of advantage or something. And in the end, Jamie had theirs slightly taller than mine, so that was fine. I was fine losing because Jamie's just so worried about joining the Blackberry tribe, and I feel decently confident in my spot on the tribe. So yeah, so Jamie got an idol clue. They shared it with me. It was the clue, the idol is buzzing around, and we discussed it on the back, and I realized Honey Nut Cheerios' main mascot's name is Buzz the Bee, and so I was like, ooh, maybe check there if we can. And I don't know if they have, but I'm slightly suspicious because the Honey Nut Cheerios box is open, but the bag wasn't, so that means nobody ate any. So, but I checked it just now, and there was nothing in there. So hopefully Jamie found it.
We agreed that if we could find the idol together, he would let me have it, which is like a godsend. He's far too kind, and I do really appreciate it. So we came up with some like places to look, some ideas, and but as soon as we got back to the house and we were let back inside, we were separated. But I had literally like a minute to look around the kitchen for the idol, which I didn't know it was in the kitchen or not. It was just it was like could be. So I tore open the Honey Nut Cheerios box thinking that the idol could be there. It was not there. However, as I was fumbling around, I looked into the shelves and I found this guy. I'm going to call it my Hidden Immunity idol. And I cannot tell you how excited I am to have this. But my goal is to not let anyone know about it, at least immediately, because as much as I want to like build relationships with people, I don't want it to be like a talking point of like, oh, we need to get Jamie out because they have an idol, or we need to flush the idols. I think the more secretive I can keep it will benefit me in the long run.
I got voted off first. I mean, I didn't really see it coming, but I had a feeling that I was possibly on the chopping block. I mean, it is what it is. You know, if they didn't want me on the team, good riddance.
So we just inherited Don, which is great because the more the merrier, and he might be a good fallback vote, possibly. Somebody I am a little bit worried about is Darnell. I think that he is very competitive, and if it gets late in the game, he could whisper my name and start influencing people. But right now I feel really good about my tribe and my alliances. But we'll see what happens when, and possibly if we lose a challenge. So hopefully that'll stick true.
Don joining our team, that was
a shock. It's nice that he doesn't have to be first boot. Being a first boot is never fun. I've done it once. I think that had the other team known that he would have had a shot to come back, they probably wouldn't have made the decision that they did, because I feel like when given the right opportunity, he'll be a dominating player. So I think our team was strengthened. Not to say that Jamie adding to the other team is by any means a weakness, because Jamie has many strengths in their arsenal as well. It's nice to get to know so many people. This is the first game I've been on where I know the least amount of people prior to, so. But I think everything will work out, hopefully, and we'll win the second one too.
But my strategy, although I kind of am regretting it at the moment, I was trying to, so my best skill, something I think is going to very much benefit me out here, is the fact that I am very good at acting a lot dumber than I actually am. So, I feel like I'm really playing out. I've only seen a couple seasons, I don't really know how the game works kind of guy. Like, I think that's going according to plan. And right now, I'm talking about my old Cardinal tribe we got going on. I think Marcus is by far the best, like, overall person on the tribe. Like, he seems easily strong, he's very, very social. And so down the line, I'm definitely going to use that against him, but for now, we're really trying to be buddy-buddy with him. Like, we had a minor talk up there earlier. We're trying to be like, we kind of made an agreement that, like, we're not going to gun for each other right now. And with Don running our tribe, though, that's very interesting, because he's one of the few people I haven't really socialized with, and considering that homie just got voted out, I'm assuming that's not the case with a lot of other people, too. So, I think if best case scenario, I'm going to try to make a 3 with me, Marcus, and Don, if we do lose. And that's going to be the main power thing going forward.
I'm pretty confident about the game. I feel like I showed my strengths really well with the first challenge, doing the Tower of Hanoi puzzle quickly and like almost perfectly, and that was pretty good. Pretty confident about that. Liking talking to Skylar and Katie and Darnell and Colin and Marcus don't talk as much, but they're still pretty, and then Brianna also doesn't talk as much, but like I'm really feeling good about Katie and Skylar right now, so that's really nice. And Jamie said I could trust Katie because she's a really loyal player in the past, so that's good to know that if I work with her that it might not go down south for me. But yeah, no, just really vibing, having a blast. I'm not as anxious as I was waking up this morning, so it's really good. I'm hyped.
With Wyatt and Don now back home in the Cardinals, Jamie finally gets to go to their starting tribe, the Black Bears.
I just failed to read the crowd. Like, I thought everyone may have been voting one way when they were voting another, and
so
I'll just be honest with you, yeah. Since no one else is willing to be honest, I mean, you deserve to know.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And it was just because you didn't feel like we were all doing what we said, or?
Yeah, like, the crowd was split. Everybody was saying different stuff, so...
See, I thought we were all on the same page,
I
though.
agree. I thought that we were all on the same page.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
I had never even talked to him. He wouldn't talk to me. Like, was there something that I
guess
did?
it's the game, because, like, I tried to, like, I was basing off the show on, like, logic or the social aspect. I was like, I don't know.
I came back here, I thought we said consensus. Yes, that's where I was a little thrown off.
So for now,
but
maybe I just failed to read the survey.
Welcome! Do a bear roar.
Yeah.
With Black Bears. A roll?
A roar.
I thought he was saying roll.
Roar.
Yeah.
Roar. Come on. Alright, they're not coming. That's me. We don't need you guys to hug. I want to try a welcome hug.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you. I feel like a bear now. By the way.
Bear hugs.
Yeah. I love a good bear. and an otter, and a wolf, and a seal, and
do from now on.
all of that.
If anyone wants to come chit chat with me while I'm smoking.
What's going on? So, do I need to cry?
No.
Can I not?
You said I'm gonna go talk to Stacey.
Basically what happened, we had a split in the votes, and that came down to a misunderstanding. We all, I think, agreed to vote for Don. I'm not 100% sure what other people were thinking, but in my mind, that's what we agreed on, because he wasn't playing towards the social aspect of the game. This is at least what it seemed to us. And it was hard to make that decision. It seemed like he wasn't being a team player, strategizing with us, stuff like that. So I think that's why most people agreed to vote him out. But yeah, we were 9 minutes behind on the challenge. I don't know if you heard that part, but yeah. How was Exile Island? It was cold. It basically just brought us down to the bottom of the mountain, and Wyatt and I competed in a challenge. Okay. And it was basically whoever won the challenge would get a clue for an idol that was there.
And can you reveal that to
And
us?
I can say whatever I want. I won that, so I got the chance to look for something. I will tell you, I did not find anything there. So I don't know what that means in terms of if that's how it's going to be every time, because they might do the same thing or not, but it was a challenge and it was something to look for specifically an idol. I feel like I'm not going to necessarily be the best at anything, but I don't feel like I suck completely at almost anything.
Well, I mean, obviously you're doing well because you won 2 challenges.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want Jamie, and it's almost like that means we have to vote one of us off. I'm like,
Oh, that makes me feel good though. But like I was so nervous to come back.
That's the end for this episode. Tune in next episode to see more of the Cardinals, more of the Black Bears, the next immunity challenge, and the next player voted out.
It's time to reveal the results. It really wasn't very close. Second person voted out of Blue Ridge Survivor.
And Jamie knew all along from winning the Night Zero competition that Don wasn't going home.
Okay, this is information for only you, but if you wish to share it, feel free. The first player that's voted out of the game is not going to be leaving the game. They will be joining the opposite tribe.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.